Hey everyone, Simfarmer here and welcome back to Mars the Mission for the next episode in this series. So today we've got sunflowers, corn, sorghum and oats to harvest. I'm not sure if we'll get all of them done, but we'll give it our best shot. I also plan to look at building the dairy so we can start producing cheese from the milk, and also the tailor shop so we can start producing clothing from the fabric. As our silage bales will be ready shortly so we can sell those. Hopefully that will give us enough money to build those two productions and get those up and running. And if we have any money left, we'll probably look at getting a couple of beehives so we can get those up and running as well for that part of the challenge. So yeah, plenty to do and let's get to it. Okay, so first job is to get a work started on harvesting the sunflowers. While they do that, I'm going to start loading up some of the pallets we've got of bread, sunflower oil, and get those sold. That'll give us a little bit of extra money as well. The fabric we'll obviously keep for the tailor shop, which hopefully we'll build later today. We've also got a lot of eggs that we need to sell, or at least move out the way, because the pallet spawn area is almost full. So they're going to stop producing fairly soon if we don't get those moved. So that's another job we need to do early this month. Okay, so that's all of the eggs and bread and sunflower oil sold. So we're up to 236,048. So just over 236,000. That's a little bit more than I was expecting. That's more than enough to build the dairy and the tailor shop, I think. Should be around about 180,000 for the two. And these bales, well, that one's 99%, 98%. So these bales are almost ready, so we can get those sold as well today. So what we'll do next is we'll put in the productions. So we go productions and we want factories, so we want the dairy. I'm just going to go with the standard base game ones. As I mentioned at the start of the series, I'm limiting mods, or the mods I'm using, and I'm avoiding a lot of the production mods that are on Mod Hub. I find a lot of them are extremely overpowered. So let's spin this round. put it this way, and we're just going to put it down next to the bakery, that level-ish. Do want to leave a little bit of space so we can actually get in there to get the pallets. I think there should do. So there's the dairy, and the next one is the tailor shop, which is 100,000. I thought it was 110 for some reason. And we'll put this one over here next to the spinnery. Go. So that's the 2 new productions built. So what we'll do in terms of the fabric, we can auto distribute that straight to the tailor shop. So if we now close, activate that, so the stuff will get sent, and then we'll have that on spawning. The pallets start spawning for that one. I did add some additional pallet storage mods to the sheep pens. So this is just so the wool will automatically get distributed from the sheep pens straight to the spinnery. So this automatically keeps getting topped up now, rather than me having to keep moving pallets. Saves us a bit of time. Grain mill's currently out of flour again, or out of oats to actually produce flour, but the bakery currently still has 20,000 litres of flour, so I'm not going to top that up until then. And we'll activate this now, but we will need to get the milk delivered, and I'll set this one to spawning as well. So that one's done. So yeah, next job is we'll go and grab the milk tanker that's down by the cow sheds, and then we'll get the dairy topped up with milk so that can start producing cheese. Okay, so that's the dairy topped up. We'll leave the rest of the milk now until we've got a few more full loads. So next job, we'll get a worker started on replanting the sunflower field. I think I'll swap that one. Maybe, I'm just trying to think if we put a different crop in that one. I don't think it's worth doing soybeans. I think we're probably better off sticking with sunflowers, because we can use that for the pigs as well as the oil mill, as and when we've got a bit of excess we could possibly put in. So yeah, we'll probably swap it though. So we'll do corn in the sunflower field, and then we'll swap those round. So then we'll put sunflowers in the cornfield once that's been harvested and ploughed. Before we do that, because this planter doesn't apply fertilizer at the same time, I think it might be worth putting fertilizer on the field first. So I'll do that first. So we'll apply fertilizer, then we'll get a worker started on planting corn into that field, by which time the worker should have finished harvesting, and then we can get that switched over to the sunflower field. Okay, so that's the sunflowers all done. We've got 44,143 litres now off the 2 combined fields. And that little strip that was in between that we've added in now. I can't remember how much we got previously. It was around about 20, just over 20,000 litres. So yeah, a few few thousand litres more than we was getting before off the 2 smaller fields. So we'll just store all that into the farm silo for now. I won't bother topping up the pigs feed until they actually need any more, or they need some more crop, which probably will be a while, as we still don't have many pigs. So we'll get the worker set off harvesting the corn, or starting to harvest the corn. We'll go and get these sunflowers into the silo, come back, get the combine unloaded, and we'll get the workers set off in the New Holland, planting the corn in the sunflower field, as that worker should have finished doing the fertilizer spreading on that. And then hopefully by the time the corn's finished, the New Holland will be free then to get the plough going on the cornfield, so we can get that ploughed and then ready for planting with sunflowers. Okay, so that's all the silage sold, or will be when this one bale goes. So it's another 1,601. I think we're roughly, or just under 140,000 in total for the silage bales. I think we're around about 67, I think, after we'd bought the productions. So yeah, almost 140,000 for the silage bales off that one cut of the field, which is not too bad at all. And we've still got our cotton to come, which I think is a few months away still. So it's possibly going to be November by the time the cotton's ready to harvest again. As I said before, we've extended this field out this way and should get a little bit more. No, it's not going to be a huge amount more than we did off the individual 3 fields, but it will be at least this time we'll be able to just leave a worker to get on with it. We won't have to keep changing it over to the different fields or doing it ourselves, which was the problem before with having the 3 separate fields. The worker only did the 1 field at a time. So I'm just going to park this out the way and then we'll go and unload the combine, which is probably full. Yeah, and we'll continue getting this field finished so we can then get the plough in. We'll probably fertilise it first and then get the plough going to start ploughing this one so it's ready for then replanting with sunflowers. Okay, so that is all the corn harvested. And we've got around about 115,000 litres in total off that one field, which is not too bad at all. So it's another crop that we're over 100,000 litres in the silo, although we will need to use some of the corn for pig feed as we go. At the moment, they've got plenty of corn in there, so we don't need to worry about topping them up just yet. And we've also got the other field planted now, which will start growing soon. So yeah, we don't need to worry about corn, but we definitely need a lot more in our silos, but we are slowly getting there with the crops. So 3 crops now over 100,000 litres in the silos. Once we start getting the potatoes and sugar beets done, they'll soon get up to 800,000 litres, I'm sure. We just need to get the money to actually buy the harvester. Sugar beets will probably do the first, as we've already got a planter to plant sugar beets, whereas potatoes will also need to buy a potato planter. So makes sense to do sugar beets first. We'll just need to get the money to actually buy the harvester. So I'm going to get the rest of this corn into the silo. I'm going to get the headers switched over on the combine and set the combine off harvesting the sorghum. And then while the worker gets on with that, we'll have a look at putting some beehives around so we can get some progress on that part of the challenge. Okay, so we'll probably put 5 of the large beehives in, which is going to be close to 100,000 in total. Now these do give a slight increase in yield on canola, potatoes and sunflowers, and they're the only 3 crops that it actually has any benefit on. At the moment we're not doing canola, and sunflowers we're going to be putting into this field this time, as we've been swapping that with the corn. And obviously when we do potatoes as well, we'll possibly do potatoes one of the small one. But I don't think it really matters too much, as the yield increase is quite small. And I don't really want to put them in the middle of the fields like this, because they're just going to probably get in the way. So I think probably put a couple over here on the edge of this forest area. I said I don't want to come too close to the field, because if we're running the combine and we need to run the trailer down to unload, these are just going to get in the way. So I'll bring them back a little bit. I'm going to try and keep them in line with that. So I'm going to drop one down there. Actually, try and keep them actually all in a line. So if we set the degrees on the minimap to 90, and then if I put on the snap mode, should be perfectly in line now. There, so if we drop another one there, say possibly one there. What is that, 4 I think we've done? And go for one there. Then we just need to put the pallet spawn point in. And I'm going to drop this right next to the actual sell point, because we're going to be selling these, and I'll probably just throw them in the sell point as and when the spawn area is filled up. I don't have any mods to increase that. Actually, I need to turn on the interactive zone markers. I wish there was a way to just toggle these on and off with a keyboard shortcut rather than to go in the menu to do it. Would be super handy. So we want animals, bees. Drop this down somewhere. I don't want to put it somewhere it's going to be in the way. Maybe just back here a little bit. Now, do we have the additional storage for honey? I can't remember if there was one for honey. Yes, there is. So if we drop this over the top of that, that'll increase our storage for honey. So we can leave that run. So we've now got... Did I put 5 in? I'm going to have to double check, because I think I may have only put 4. I miscounted. So we've got, yeah, is that 4? 1, 2, 3, and then 4 by the looks of it. I should just check the minimap, shouldn't I? Yeah, it didn't equal them out very well. But there's 4, so we'll put one more in somewhere else, and that's 5. So that's a quarter, or will be a quarter of that part of the challenge. So we need 20 in total for that part of the challenge. So yeah, let's see where we can just quickly drop another one in. So animals, bees, and I think maybe don't want to go down there. Maybe the other side of this field. Turn that round, facing this way. Then let's drop one over here. There we go, there's 5. So it would be nice if when you place those down you had a big circle showing the actual radius of how, like the radius of the actual effect they have on field, so you can see actually what part of a field it's actually covering. But I think the actual bonus you get from it is quite minimal, so it's probably not worth fussing about too much. But we will spread the rest out as well across the map rather than put them all in one place, as it doesn't really matter in terms of the honey spawning at the actual spawn point. So it's not as if we have to go around each beehive collecting the honey pallets. So the workers finished doing the fertilizer. The cornfield, I think we can actually, well, we should be able to put the second layer of fertilizer on now. Might make it a little bit easier, so we'll do that, and then we'll continue with the sorghum harvest. Okay, so that's the sorghum all harvested. We've got the field of oats left to do, which I'll do in between this episode and the next one. So I'll get all that done, get the straw sorted out, and then get this field and the oat field replanted with the next crops. The workers finished now with the sunflowers, so we've got the 3 fields, or what was 3 fields next to this one over there, have now got sunflowers in. And then we've got the corn, which has been planted in the field that did have sunflowers in. That's all fully fertilised, so I think we still need to get some fertiliser onto this one. Yeah, so this is only 50%, so I'll get some more fertiliser on here. Next time we should be harvesting the cotton again, so this should be ready for next time, so we can get that done. I'm debating whether to sell the cotton harvester and use some of the money we'll get for that towards getting a sugar beet harvester, because I really want to make a start on getting some sugar beets harvested. And I think that'll fill up fairly quick, and we can make quite a bit of money from sugar beets as well if we get quite a bit of excess to sell. Or we could also put the sugar factory in and then produce sugar from the sugar beet for some extra money as well. So we'll get the sorghum into the silo, so this is the last 49,184 litres, and we'll see how much we've got of that in total. But yeah, that'll probably wrap us up for this month in terms of the video anyway. So I want to try and get a little bit more progress in the video, so I'll probably be doing a bit more off-camera work as and when. It's getting a little bit repetitive now with just the rinse and repeat harvest and replant. So yeah, I might skip through. I say I don't want to do too much in terms of earning money and stuff off camera. I like to try and do as much of that on camera so you can actually see I'm not just cheating and adding money in. We'll get this in the silo, see how much sorghum we've got in total in here now. I can't remember how much we had. I know it was 200 and something thousand litres, and we've put 52,000 litres in plus that, so it was just over 100,000 litres I think off that field. So where are we up to now? Sorghum total 333,000 litres, or just over 97 litres over that. So we're getting close to being halfway for the sorghum, and one more harvest off a field of that size, again around about 100,000 litres, would put us over 400,000 litres of sorghum. The oats a little bit far behind, but we have been using oats for the grain mill every now and then. We've been putting 20 odd thousand litres in there, and we've still got the oat field to harvest again, which is ready, so that we should be over 200,000 litres of oats once that's done. And then the corn's just over 115, but we will need to use some of that for pig feed. Sunflowers, yeah, I think they're very slow, and we have been using some of the sunflowers for the oil mill as well. Canola takes far too long to grow. I think it's one of the longest growing crops. If I could say, I can't look at the crop calendar because we don't have one with seasons turned off. Sunflowers do grow a little bit quicker than canola. Same with wheat and barley. Wheat and barley really good yielding crops, but they take, I think it's like 10-11 months to grow, whereas oats is about 4 and sorghum's about 4 months. So definitely the ones we need to be doing is the potatoes and sugar beet. I do have the premium expansion on as well, so we have got red beet, carrots and parsnips, but if I'm not using mods, the actual base game equipment or the DLC equipment for harvesting those is very slow. It would take us forever to do. So yeah, not overly keen on doing those, but they are an option if we potentially need to. So yeah, we'll leave it there for this episode. So more progress done. We've got some more sorghum into the silo. We'll have some more oats as well. We've got some corn, some more sunflowers harvested, and we've got the first 5 of the 20 large beehives we need. So some progress on that part. So we've slowly getting there. Just check the rest of the animals as well. So currently we've got 13 pigs, so 26 pigs in total, 13 in each one. Their reproduction rate is now 15%, 50%, so they won't be too far off getting their first new births. So they'll be up to 26 in each of those. The sheep are now up to, what's that, 26, 39. 39 in each pen. I can't remember how many that pen holds. 70. I'm just going to quickly have a look. I'm just going to extend the video, but I just want to check. Give a progress on the animals. So chickens are done. We're fully at capacity for the chickens. So they are completely done. So that part of the challenge is complete. So pigs, we are currently 13 out of 270. So it's 540 in total. So yeah, a long way to go with the pigs, but I'm in no rush to fill that up just yet, as that will actually fill up pretty quick once they start reproducing. So the sheep are now 39 out of 65. So we're over 50% in each pen, so that won't take too much longer. Got some more offspring in 4 months. So it's not going to take too much longer for the sheep to reach their maximum totals for each pen. And I've still got plenty of feed, so we've got plenty of hay. We've still got a few hay bales over here as well to keep the sheep going. So the sheep are fine, so we don't really need to worry about those for now. Chickens, I said, are done. We'll just double check the feed. I don't think we need to top them up just yet. 6,900 litres out of 9,000. So yeah, 360 in that one, and then 360 in this one. So chickens all done. At least one part of the challenge is complete. And then the cows are still only at 6 in each one. No, we're at 12 now. We must have had our first new births and I've missed them. So how old is this one? Reproduction 50%. No, they're already at 50% for the next cycle as well. 5 months. Are they all 5 months showing? No, they're 30. Oh, it was 5 months ago. I didn't even notice. Maybe I did notice and didn't really pay much attention. But yeah, we're up to 12 in each. 12 out of 80. Actually, that probably won't take as long to get to 80 in each of those as I was expecting it would do. But yeah, we'll leave it there for this episode. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then please do consider subscribing. I have more Farm Simulator 22 content coming up with this series, the Aiyo Plains View series, which is also currently running, and the live streams as well. So again, big thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.